Come along with me today for another fast and exciting West Coast eBay rock hunt. It's always so exciting to see what Adam sends us. Things are always better than what they look on his listing. I've never been disappointed. Again, this is Adam over at West Coast Rocks on eBay. So this medium flat rate box appears to be filled with the 2 bulk orders that I requested. Occasionally Adam will list, rather than rock by rock, he will have a whole box of rocks, usually smaller sizes like for tumbling, or what he calls medium size. And in this order there is a medium size bulk order as well as a small. So I think we will go ahead and speed things up, or we may never get out of here today. Those of you who are familiar with Granite Paradise and the way the sculptures are set up with displays of rocks from different areas, you know that some of the displays are quite large, and I need a lot of small material or medium-sized material, such as what we are looking at, to fill in the spaces in between the bigger ones and to add color and variety and make it look like, for example, a stretch of gravel along the river. And that is what these rocks are for. I can already see some beautiful jaspers and basalts and rhyolites. Very good splash of color, and buying them in bulk like this, of course, is much cheaper in terms of a per pound price. So when Adam lists whole boxes of rocks like this, I often try to seize the opportunity. Well, we still have the large flat rate box to dig through, so we better get these put away. Just a side note about cutting open boxes like this, whether you use a scissors or a knife or whatever it is you use, always be very frugal and very gentle in your cutting. Don't ever just shove it in, for several reasons, because if it slips and you can cut yourself, or if it goes in, it could also damage whatever's inside. So don't ever be in a hurry until you get the box open. I'm really excited about this box because this has the bigger ones in it that I specifically ordered from Adam. But once again, we better step up the pace if we want to get out of here on time. One thing I love about buying from West Coast Rocks is that Adam is always good about putting in some surprises, or freebies as he likes to call them, in the box. And I think this is definitely one of my favorite freebies I've ever gotten from him. It is a beautiful piece of river rounded, very solid, smooth serpentine, almost transparent. You can see how the light plays inside of this rock. He also sent along a smaller piece, which it looks like he polished kind of in the shape of a wedge. Polished 2 sides on it. You can see there how the light almost goes through it. It's kind of translucent. Very beautiful green color. And as we can see from the label, this material comes from the Coast Range of Oregon. And he frequently has this in his store. In fact, he has a whole box full of it right now that I'm very tempted to buy now that I saw how beautiful this material is. And it is magnetic, as I'm showing here, which Adam also mentioned in that label. All of these other pieces that you see here with the labels were put in the box for free. Very nice surprises. Thank you so much, Adam. You're always appreciated. I am curious about this green rock from Northern California. I was in San Diego and found very similar material on the beaches there. He says this is from Northern California, so I doubt they're related, but very pretty. And as every rockhound knows, everything looks better when it's wet. Adam and I have talked often about what this material might be. It's some kind of brecciated basalt, but we're not sure if it originated from a lahar deposit or solid basalt that later became brecciated. And to be honest with you, my first guess was that it was an ignimbrite. But ignimbrite tends to be more pumicey, and so I don't think that anymore. If any of you guys have any ideas, I would love to know in the comments what your thoughts are. But what's amazing is the mineralization that has taken place in the spaces in between. Some of them are filled with quartz crystals, and then of course there's the red, white, yellow. I almost want to call it Christmas rock or something. It is somewhat brittle. I bought some of this several years ago from Adam, maybe 2 years ago already, and it's out on my sculpture and it seems to be holding fine in terms of frost, but it is fairly soft. You know, whenever Adam sends it to me, there's always a few little crumbles in the box, but no big deal. I love the material. Then this piece here, we're calling it a flowerstone. It's very densely packed, as you can see, almost like all the crystals congregated to one end of the flow or something. But again, if any of you have any ideas, I would love to read about it in the comments. And of course, porphyries have always been one of my favorites in the rock world. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. It's been a lot of fun. And now I will go figure out where to put all these beautiful rocks. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.